Listen, brother. I think it's time for you and me to face our traumas. I think it's time to open up that box that we've been avoiding for so many years. It's time to open it up. It's time to go back into memory lane and secure the good times and the bad. And it's time to close some chapters. It's time to burn some bridges. It's time to heal ourselves and deal with what we've been avoiding for so long. And in order to do that, bro, we've got to accept that these things already happened. These things have ruined us, and it has built us. It has destroyed our lives, but it made us into somebody different. It made us who we are today for a reason, and God made us go through all of that for some odd reason, brother. Why, I don't know. I question it every single day as to why I had to grow up alone, why I had to lose the love of my life, which I so thought. Why did I have to grow up in such a dysfunctional family? And why did I have to grow up to accept all of this? I question that every single day, but you know what? I accept it. And it's time to, sew those injuries up. It's time to sew it up. It's time to, heal those scars that we have. And yeah, we're gonna cry. Yeah, you're gonna cry, I'll tell you that. But one thing at a time, bro. Open that box up. Take one thing out. Deal with it. Heal with it. And grow from it. Accept it for what it is. Because there's no way we could go back and change it. There's no way that we can go back and make things differently. Like, it would be awesome to go back and fix things. You know what I mean? But that's just not possible. So, brother, I think it's time to acknowledge what we've been avoiding for so long. And honestly, bro, healing begins with being honest with yourself. No more playing around. No more avoiding. Just sit down in the present moment, like my previous video, and be honest with yourself. Lay out what you feel. Lay out what you thought about that, situation or that day of whatever happened to you or what you did. This is no place to judge. This is no place, for you to feel left out. Any of that. This is a safe place for you to be alone. No distractions. And just you being honest with yourself. And honestly, bro, you can't fix what you refuse to face. All this time, I've been avoiding this box, bro, that I've decided to, put away for so long. I just refuse to look at it. I refuse to go back and relive those moments. But you can't fix yourself unless you go back and you fix that. You need to come to good terms with those, past traumas. You need to come with peace. You need to accept it. It happened for a reason. You already went through it. You healed from it in your own way. You know what I mean? Like, in your mind, you thought you healed from it, but in reality, you haven't. So it's time to, go back, fix what we've been avoiding, brother. And you see, when you sit there and you open that box up, whenever you're ready, I want you to sit down, open that box up, and whatever situation or memory that you pick, I want you to, name the pain that you're feeling at that moment. I want you to question the memory. And I want you to feel that emotion. I want you to just let it come into you. Allow yourself to disperse any type of pain. Let it out. Just let it out, brother. Because once you cry it out, once you scream it out, once you start punching shit and you let it out, bro, you feel lighter. With me, I picked a memory, bro, where I beat up this kid. And I felt so guilty about it. I got in trouble, yeah, the consequences, but I never really took accountability for those things. And I sat there, bro, what was it, like 2-3 days ago? I sat there and I thought about it. I'm like, damn. I wish I could go back and I wish I would have never, touched that kid. I was 7 years old. I wish I would have never done that. And I cried. I'll be honest with you, bro, I cried. I shed a tear. It sucked. But I was like, God, please forgive me. Please forgive everything I did wrong. And allow me to come at peace with this. And after a good 20 to 30 minutes of just, dealing with that, I was able to come to peace with it. Because I was able to forgive myself. I was able to understand why I did it in that moment. You know what I mean? You can't regret something that you wanted at that certain moment that you did it. You can't regret it. It's like you see something, you buy it, but then a few months later you regret it. You can't really regret it because at the moment that you saw it, you wanted it and you bought it. So at that moment, you can't really regret it because you wanted it. And a few months later, it's like, oh, I regret it. But at that moment, you can't because it's something that you wanted in that certain moment. And that's just the way past traumas work. People did you dirty. You probably went through a lot of physical, emotional pain. You probably saw things as a kid that you weren't supposed to see, ever. You were just supposed to be a normal kid, but you had to grow up so fast. At that point, bro, you had no choice. It was either them or you, and you had to pick yourself. So at that moment, you can't regret it. But yeah, later on in life, you do regret it, but it's something at that moment that you can't just give in. So you went through all these things for a reason, brother. And you need to understand that the impact of your traumas is what your life is today. Traumas, bro, they happen in patterns, relationship, habits, triggers, and self-worth. A lot of these traumas, bro, it's made you into the person you are today. And with that, I can gladly say I am happy and I'm glad that I went through all that. Am I happy for the pain? No. Am I happy for the emotional damage that it did to me? No. I'm not grateful for that, but I'm grateful that it made me see things differently. In relationships with, family, thinking that you can love your aunts and your uncles. but in reality you can't, because as you grow older, is for me is saying f them. All I care about now is parents and siblings, nieces and nephews. That's about it. Cousins, uncles, aunts. I really don't care. You see what I mean? You grow up thinking that these people are there for you, but they're not. They just use you to their advantage. And it's just traumatic, because you see the things that they did to your siblings that are older, your older siblings or your parents when you were just a kid. And you grow older and you're like, you know what? Like, I don't like you. Like, I really, really dislike you. Like, I don't want to know nothing from you. God bless you. Have a good life. That's it. That's the only way to accept it when it comes to relationships. For love, dude, don't even get me started. When it comes to love, brother, when you grow up in a very traumatic environment, you think that love is that. The violence, the abuse, the fighting, the yelling, the punching. You think that's love, bro, but in reality it's not. But it's just the environment that you grew up in. So when somebody tries to love you within all those walls, it's because they accept your type of love. But yet the other person might have grown with like the actual definition of love, having both parents every single day, going to watch them at their fucking recital, their soccer games, coming home to them, helping them with their homework. You see, that's where two heads collide. That's for love, brother. So if you lost the love of your life because of your mental battles, bro, don't blame yourself, because I know it's a war up there every single day, bro. It's just to just even escape for a little bit, brother. It's a mental war. And I know, like, that's where we just become so aggressive. That's where we literally put up our walls and we're so scared to let anybody in. And that's what ruins a lot of our relationships, because of our past traumas. But we refuse to fucking do something about it. Which is why I'm making this video, to tell you, bro, that it's okay to put those walls down for yourself. Allow yourself to build a relationship with you. And I know, bro, that you miss the good old days, the old you. But you gotta bury that motherfucker 6 feet underground in order for the new you to grow, to prosper, to bloom. You know what I mean? So allow yourself to heal from all of these traumas. Allow yourself to feel all of the pain that you've been neglecting for so many years. Like, I think it's time to let go. And I think it's time for us to actually grow in happiness and peace by letting all of our past traumas rest. Like, let them out the box, burn that box once you're done. Because somebody told me that it's the most peacefulest thing and the most bravest thing a human being can do. It could be a guy, it could be a girl, bro. Everybody has a story. Everybody has traumas. Everybody has flaws. And everybody does things differently. And they all have different things that they do that you may not agree with. But that's just the way that they are. And if they're willing to change, then they will change for themselves. And always remember, you can't change someone, bro. It's up to them wanting to change. But there's certain things in your life, bro, that you are not able to change, because that's just how you are. And it's okay. Because it's not good, it's not bad, it's just neutral. It's right in the middle. And somebody will love you for that. They will love your flaws. They will accept you for who you are. A man or woman in progress, a work in progress, a piece of art that is still not done being painted. You got your story to tell, bro. So say it, tell it, write it. Speak to yourself. Talk to yourself, bro. You know how powerful it is to talk to yourself? Which is why I'm telling you to sit down in a quiet place by yourself to open these memories that you've been keeping in a box by yourself, dude. So you can literally talk to yourself without you being judged by somebody else. This is a safe place where it's just you versus you. Where it's you talking to yourself, where it's you accepting what the old you did. In order for you to come to peace with it, brother. That's it. And just know that if you grew up in a very dysfunctional family, and now that you're older, you guys are closer, cherish that. If you got your mom and dad, even though they did you wrong while you were growing up, forgive them and tell them that you love them, because a lot of people don't do that, and when they're gone, do they fucking regret it. So take it. If you find a girl or a guy that accepts you for who you are, cherish them as well, because it's hard to find a real one out here nowadays. It's hard. And tell them. Show your love, brother. Not to everybody, but to the ones that matter to you. Show it. Be kind. And use all of your anger, all of your, fighting skills to protect the ones that you love. And to protect yourself, of course. And one last thing, bro. You are enough. I'm proud of you. You are the reason why somebody else woke up today. You are strong mentally, emotionally, and physically, brother. So keep showing up. Keep evolving. Keep growing. And don't let your flaws or your past trauma define the new you. So create a new you with new habits, new flaws, and better things to prosper and to better bloom in this world. So make a difference, brother. Don't let your traumas define who you are. God bless, brother.
How am I supposed to let you walk away? How am I supposed to let you go? You're all I ever wanted.